Ladies and gentlemen, this is very interesting, and it shows the world how bizarre this trial is going to be and how easy it's going to be for John Durham to get a second conviction. The first one was Kevin Kleinsmith, the bureau attorney that falsified information to deceive a FISA judge. Now, this attorney doesn't have the benefit of working for the U.S. government. Michael Sussman lied to a government official, James Baker, the Bureau legal counsel, top legal counsel, stating that, well, he was going only on his own, not on behalf of a client, to give Baker derogatory information or opposition research or surveillance of Donald Trump, and he wasn't there for a specific purpose related to Clinton or the Democratic Party. He was just there as a good citizen, trying to save the country from interference. Anyway, that of course was a lie. We know it was a lie because he texted James Baker, Comey's legal counsel at the Bureau, "I'm not coming on behalf of a client." Okay, it's pretty clear cut. This isn't rocket science. He literally lied via text and during the meeting and said, "I'm not here on behalf of Trump's direct political rival. I am only here because I'm going on my own. I want to give something to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and we want to set up an investigation of Trump." Now, the Washington Post just ran an article. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. It bolsters the case that Durham could build for 18 U.S. Code 371, which is what I wrote about in the Federalist a couple of years ago. Comey and McCabe should be charged under 18 U.S. Code 371. That's a statute that prevents people from conspiring to defraud the U.S. government, its people, media, all of that. So, Sussman's lawyers counter that even if Sussman lied, his lie was irrelevant to how the FBI investigated the data claims. That's not true. This is the Washington Post. That's, of course, or I should say, Sussman's lawyers, their arguments, described within the Post, Washington Post, and therefore was not criminal. Well, of course, his lie prevented the Bureau from saying, "Oh, you're doing this only for political reasons." The Federal Bureau of Investigation shouldn't be a political or government agency. They're not going to just simply investigate every political candidate because the candidate's direct political rival gave them information. That's never ever happened before, and if somebody finds an instance, it's never happened to this degree. This has never happened before in American politics. They argue that many FBI officials had long known Sussman was a lawyer representing Democrats. That's true, but I'll explain why basically all of this helps John Durham, and the 327 emails they have also helps John Durham that he just found. Hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel below. Everything I've been saying about the market is taking place, ladies and gentlemen. I told everyone this. And the Durham probe special counsel is heating up. A lot of things are taking place. Midterms are going to be fantastic. Trump Republicans will take over the House and the Senate. Please, God, do away with the governance board and help hopefully get this economy out of recession. We're heading into a recession. I said all this would happen. I said Bitcoin's going to get to 10,000. So I was saying Bitcoin's going to get to 10,000 for about 6 months now. Hit subscribe to this channel. Hit subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. I might have a live stream tonight. I'm not sure. But I'll definitely have one tomorrow if I don't have it tonight. To prove this point, they told U.S. District Judge there are 327 FBI emails from the period in question that say they show various FBI officials understood Sussman had clients who were Democrats. What? So what? That only makes it easier to indict people under 18 U.S. Code 371. How can you say this is unbelievable? Even if they point to the Inspector General report, oh well, they didn't find bias. Like the Michael Horowitz was, by the way, could testify in this case, which would be hilarious. But he was very specific. He said they didn't find documentary or testimonial bias, meaning they didn't find an actual document with officials admitting that they're biased against Trump, or they didn't get testimony with officials stating, "Oh yes, we despise Trump." But all the text messages show that. All the messages. Peter Strzok saying, "We'll stop Trump. Trump is a menace." Lisa Page, "Oh, he's not going to be president, right? Oh my goodness." Andrew McCabe getting money from Democrats in Virginia. Comey stating, oh, he didn't know the Steele dossier was purchased by Clinton. And by the way, I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. I know you're saying, like, this guy's nuts. What is he talking about? Well, we're still living in 2016. And I'm one of the few people, oh, by the way, Black Conservative Patriot is fantastic. He has some great segments. Wonderful segments on the Durham Pro Special Counsel and a whole bunch of other topics. He's awesome. Black Conservative Patriot is awesome. Definitely subscribe to his channel. I mean, he should be soon over 1 million subs. He's amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, not many people are talking about the Durham Probe Special Counsel. I am, Black Conservative Patriot is, so some other people on YouTube. But this is not like most people don't realize what is at stake here. The United States government, along with a political party, teamed up. They worked in conjunction. They had a symbiotic relationship. They worked in unison. Now, Durham is pitting the two sides that were, best friends forever against one another. The defense says there's 327 emails that show that everyone at the Bureau working under Comey knew, and Andrew McCabe included, knew that Michael Sussman was working for Democrats. Well, that makes things far more difficult for people at that government agency to claim, well, they were unbiased. How could you accept information from the Democratic Party through a conduit and investigate the rivals of the Democratic Party? They would never, there's not a journalist alive in the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, CNN, The Atlantic, New Yorker, New York Magazine, Time Magazine, all of these, BuzzFeed, Rolling Stone, they would never allow Rudy Giuliani or the Republican Party or anyone associated with President Trump to funnel deceitful lies into government agencies like the Bureau and have the Bureau investigate a Democrat. It would never happen in a million years. It would never, ever happen. It would never happen. And then when you ask, like this Washington Post article, I'm like, oh, well, we asked a professor, and it's really all about opposition research. It's about opposition research. No, it's not. Opposition research is just that. Research that has to do with your opponent, and hopefully it's true. None of the opposition research was true with Trump. I mean, the value of opposition research is that you're actually finding out something that's true about your opponent, and then if you want to embellish or sensationalize it, you can. But that the core principle has to be true, or the core, you can't really fabricate things, which is what was user-created data that they fabricated, that Durham found out against Trump in this trial. So this is the basis for statutes involving people conspiring against the U.S. government. And what they did was funnel stories into media that justified the allegations they funneled into the government to get the government to investigate. So the government would look at media and look at, articles and say, oh, well, we're going to investigate based on this, or vice versa. I mean, there's a whole mess. And you can't do that. So it's not going to be difficult to prove a lie, but the 327 emails actually build the basis for indictments of McCabe, Comey, and others. hit subscribe to this channel right now. If you have 327 emails where people know Democrats are funneling lies into the agency or into the Bureau, well, that's a huge problem. You can't have that in a functioning democracy. These are the people who opine on democracy. They know nothing about the meaning of the word. There's no way you can do that. And again, this is a very easy slam dunk conviction. This conviction, whether he serves prison time or agrees to some kind of plea deal where he admits a whole bunch of things he doesn't want to admit, Sussman, that this will serve as the foundation for a lot more indictments. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Thank you. I'll be back in about an hour.